All right. Welcome to Cover2Gether, the first ever episode with Mara and Boogs. We're a sports podcast. We're going to talk about it all, except for golf and hockey because we don't watch that. We have a lot to get into today. The agenda is full, so let's get into it. We're going to start with Rams and Browns. And as our resident Rams lover, kick us off. Tell us what you think.
We'll start from a Rams point of view, obviously. Today we acquired Myles Garrett for a first rounder in 2027, a second rounder in 2028, and a third rounder in 2029. And also our prime edge rusher, Jared Verse, our young guy. So it's a lot to give up for Myles Garrett, but we're talking about a Pro Bowl talent. He has a sack record. He is one of the top premier edges in NFL history, and he will walk away as probably one of the best to ever do it. So as a team that once had Aaron Donald, we're trying to pick up where we left off in that space. And I'm expecting that this keeps our championship window open at least for another year or two as we try to kind of figure out what to do with the rest of the team. But I'm very excited. It's great to finally be back because there was some years there I wasn't sure ever since 2021, but we've had a nice bounce back. It was a soft rebuild that we did kind of quietly after going multiple years of saying F those picks. And now we're back to F those picks, and we're trying to win a Super Bowl because the Super Bowl is in LA this year, SoFi Stadium. So, yeah, pretty excited about that. I think for the team's sake, it's Super Bowl or bust, obviously, and we're all in. I mean, this is a Sean McVay move. This is not a Les Snead move. Love you, Les, but drafting Ty Simpson was crazy. So we're going all in. This is Sean McVay saying that if you want me to be here and coach this team and not go to broadcasting, you're going to have to get us something to get over that hump defensively. And we went all in this offseason. Trent McDuffie, Justin Watson, now Myles Garrett. We're making a push there.
So what happens if you don't win it all this year? Is Sean done? Is Matt done? What does the team look like?
I don't even want to think about that, honestly. That's the scary part of this trade, right? Because you're going all in, and all it takes is one injury. Yep. Because we're not a very deep team. Mm-hmm. We do have some really special playmakers at each position, mm-hmm. but we're not very deep, and we don't have a lot of salary cap. So it's not like if somebody gets hurt, we can just go sign somebody off the street, and they're going to save the day. So this is the year. I think last year was the year to me, but this was really the year that we're kind of at the end of the window. And, you're just hoping that nobody gets hurt. You're hoping that we can stand at the top of the pack because our schedule, I'm sure, is not going to be easy, mm-hmm. especially after all we did last year. But I think we'll be okay. As long as we get through the injury bug all season, we stay relatively healthy. Hopefully Puka gets his head together.
Mm-hmm. Get out that rehab.
Boy. I don't know what you're doing, but you sure ain't going to see a dime from us until you figure it out. Hopefully Devontae isn't too old. He's going to have another year on his body. He'll be 34 this year, I believe. Mm. So we're trotting out an older team, but we're pushing hard.
My last question on the Rams. Major difference between Myles and Jared. You were on the train to get rid of Jared. You didn't love him. And that's kind of different because I know a lot of Rams fans are big on the Jared Verse train. So what's that major difference between those two?
Well, number one, I mean, I loved Jared for different reasons, but the man could not help but trash talk every opponent we had. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you don't have to poke the bear. Yeah. Sometimes you don't have to piss everybody off. It's okay to just go out there and play really good football. Mm-hmm. Also, we needed a leader in that locker room defensively. We didn't have one.
Yeah.
If you look at our defense was very young before this offseason.
Mm-hmm.
And so with having that, you don't want to rely on a guy like Angelico Witherspoon. No disrespect, love you with. You don't want to rely on a guy like that to be your locker room leader. You want to have a voice that stands out. I think Myles Garrett and Trent McDuffie are voices that stand out.
Yeah.
And, you know, at the end of the day, we're looking at a team that's much better. Much better. And I love Jared, but that boy had one move. Bull rush. Every play, bull rush. He didn't spin. He didn't step left or right. The boy just going to run straight through you. And when he tired, he just tired. And he can't chase down a running back to save his life.
Mm-mm-mm.
So, you know, I love Jared. I hope you do all right in Cleveland. Ooh, that's a culture shock.
Yeah.
To go from L.A. to Cleveland. But he going to be out there in the dog pound.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to him and Shador.
Hold up your watches if you're watching.
Yeah, that's going to be a crazy tandem. The trash talking before a game is going to go crazy. For sure. And mid-game.
All right, from a Browns perspective, what a hot mess.
Yuck.
I mean,
throw it away.
They've got a lot going on, but good for them to get back picks. I mean, obviously they need to build that team up. We have no clue what that quarterback room's going to look like. I mean, you're paying Deshaun out the wazoo, so it's his job to lose, in my opinion.
They said they want to build with them.
Yeah, I mean, you got to. You're paying them. You might as well. Sounds like Dylan Gabriel's on the outs. Shador will be that backup to Deshaun. And
they drafted a quarterback this year, didn't they?
They probably did. That sounds really Browns
of them.
Pretty sure
they drafted a boy out of Arkansas. I could be wrong, but I want to say they did. Nothing going on in that wide receiver room. That's what you should have got.
Yeah.
It was a wide receiver. Jared Verse is a nice pickup for them. It fits their timeline.
Mm-hmm.
I will give them that. Jared fits their timeline. That's about it. Defensively, they're going to be really good. Offensively, they're going to be porous. I mean, Harold Fannin was a highlight for them. I don't know when Shador touches the field or if he does.
Harold was great on my fantasy team, by the way.
Shout out to Harold. Much better than David. No disrespect, David.
Wow. He just came back from burn.
Wow. I'm sorry, brother.
Respect him.
Good for you making it to the Chargers. You deserve it. But yeah, I think the Browns are in an interesting spot. Now, you do get draft capital.
Yeah.
I don't know what that pick looks like from us.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we do well, it's going to be in the back half of the draft.
Right.
But you get a first next year to figure out what to do, I guess. You've got a new head coach in Todd Monken. I mean, this, I guess, is like a reset button for them. Now, they came out and said shortly after that trade that they weren't trading Denzel Ward. So I feel like we're kind of back in the same spot. And you're not going to get off of Deshaun.
Right.
So the trade kind of was like a null and void for them because I feel like the Eagles probably would have gave them more.
Yeah.
But that's what they wanted. They got a young guy back to take over for Miles. So, you know, it is what it is, I guess.
We'll see how that shakes out.
Did you have anything you wanted to add to that?
You know, I'm excited for you guys. I've never had any beef with the Rams, and now that my partner loves them, you know, I guess I support by osmosis, but I'm hoping it all goes well for you guys. You put all the chips in. So, like you said, it's Super Bowl or bust. Cleveland, good luck to you.
Dog pound.
It's going to be great to watch.
I mean, first of all, by association, yes. But at the same time, you did poach your entire coaching staff from us.
Calm down. I am ready to get rid of Kevin right now. But we'll get into that a little bit later.
Shout out to the Vikes, man.
Skull.
That's the Spurs chant.
Oh, please.
You want to move into the Patriots trade?
Yes. I was watching Get Up this morning, and Shefty told us, be ready for that A.J. Brown trade. June 1st, they could manage that cap a little bit better. And let me tell you, Howie didn't wait.
Yeah.
He said, get out of here.
Goodbye.
Right now.
Pack up your stuff. Hope it was already packed.
It probably was.
You're not invited to my wedding either.
How did we get here? I mean, Jalen, godfather of his kid, besties. Now you're not even at the wedding.
AJ told y'all it wasn't about that ring. He said he didn't care about that ring.
Dang.
He cared about getting his receptions, getting his yards.
Yep.
The man, I don't remember him cracking a smile after the Super Bowl.
Nope. He was reading books on the side.
So, I think, this is one of those things where this is kind of like an old school tactic by the Eagles. You hold on to a guy, and you see this in the NBA all the time. You hold on to a guy expecting to change his mind because you have that team that's right there. And you're thinking to yourself, if we can just get him around the right coaches in the right locker room, around the right people, he's going to change his mind.
Yeah.
But when it came down to it, AJ's mind was made up. He was steadfast in the fact that he wanted to get back to Mike Vrabel.
Yeah.
And especially when Mike became the head coach of the Patriots, and then they go to the Super Bowl in the first year.
He was licking his chops.
Oh, he couldn't wait. And I saw that there was dark horse teams. Of course, we were a dark horse team, being the Rams. The Jags came out very late with a late push to try and get him, I think, for Brian Thomas, straight up with a couple of picks attached. But at the end of the day, we all knew that it was always going to be the Patriots. Schefter had said it a month ago.
Yeah.
So he really wanted to be with Mike, man. That's his guy. I hope he's happier out there being a number one.
There's a lot of different ways to look at this. I mean, from an Eagles perspective, you're coming in with a new offensive coordinator. You're really expecting Devontae to take a huge leap. I've seen the pictures. I know he's put on muscle. He's trying to step into that 1A. You draft Mekhi. You instantly put the pressure on Mekhi Lemon out of USC. He's got to be that 1B. He doesn't have an option.
The little guys.
Yeah. He is a lot smaller than AJ, but he's quick. He's got that separation. He runs a good route. What do you think he does? What's his rookie year look like?
I would say he's going to have a much better year with the Eagles than he would have with the Steelers. Because they were right there drafting him. I think he'll fare better there. I wonder if they don't try to do with Jalen this year what they did with Tua years ago, where they've got two fast guys that can get up and down the field, and you just keep the play calling simple for Jalen.
Yeah.
Hey, take off and run, or drop that ball off to your receivers and let them work.
Right.
They also have Hollywood, so they've got three guys that just fly up and down the field.
Yeah.
Hollywood's a little older now, and then they picked up Elijah Moore, and they got I believe it was Wicks from Green Bay, also via trade. So they've got a lot of young guys that are gonna fly up and down the field. They retained Dallas Goedert. It's going to be the same O-line. They also picked up Jonathan Grenard from you guys defensively. And
I don't know how Howie gets away with this.
How do we get away with it?
I don't know.
I saw a tweet earlier that was like, why does anybody do business with the Rams or the Eagles? And it's very true. Why do you guys keep doing business with us?
Quite literally. They also drafted that tight end out of Vanderbilt, Eli Stowers, who's supposed to be really, really good. So kind of take the place for an aging Dallas Goedert, and they'll probably do a lot with their tight end as well.
They like to have a little bit of a crash out in the defensive side because they brought in Tariq Woolen also at corner.
Yeah.
So they're going to have a lot of money to spend next offseason. But for right now, I think the Eagles, they look better on paper. We have yet to see how that looks on the field. Hopefully it looks really good. I'm rooting for Mekhi. I like Mekhi a lot.
Yeah.
I came out during the draft and said that's who we should have drafted instead of Ty Simpson. You remember me all night. I was yelling that we should have drafted him there because he was still sitting there. But no disrespect, Ty. I hope you're a Hall of Fame quarterback for us because you're here now. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I think they're in an interesting spot. They're gonna need to go get some size at receiver at some point. But for right now, what's surprising to me is the fact that they didn't get a receiver back in that trade. We had heard for weeks that the Pats wanted to get off of Kayshon Boutte.
That was my next point.
Because they didn't want to pay him next offseason because you just paid Romeo Doubs.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to get A.J. Brown. And you've got Pop Douglas already, so why keep Boutte? And he's worth a lot on the market.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he still gets traded or not. He might be a trade deadline move.
Yeah.
But it was kind of surprising that the Eagles didn't get him back.
Well, they don't need him. In their mind, they drafted Mekhi.
Inevitably, they walk away with a fifth rounder and a first rounder, fifth rounder in 2027 and a first rounder in 2028.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of a nothing move. I mean, I think you get off of what the Eagles deem their locker room misfit.
Yeah.
And the Patriots get the guy they wanted.
So, Patriots side, what do you think about that? I mean, go to the Super Bowl, you are rewarded with the wildest schedule. They opened the season against the Seahawks. We're having a Super Bowl rematch.
Jeez.
It's pretty rough. What do you think that does for the Patriots? Are we seeing them get back? How does Drake May look with A.J. Brown? Do they get off of Kayshon? I mean, I don't think you bring in Romeo to have A.J., Kayshon, and Romeo as your wide receiver room.
It depends on if Freaky Mike lost the locker room. I mean...
I still think they'd run through a wall for Mike.
No, absolutely. Listen, despite all his choices, I think Mike's a great head coach.
Yeah.
He's the type of guy I would run through a wall for.
Right.
But I will say that his offseason has overshadowed a lot of their success that they had.
Sure.
They took a huge step forward in that franchise, and it all got kind of clouded by this situation with Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel.
Yep.
So it's one of those things that I just feel like if they can get back on track this season through OTAs, if AJ is motivated to go in there and play his best ball, he's going to be the number one.
Obviously,
I mean, at this point, you have Romeo Doubs, you have Kayshon Boutte, you have that big weird guy, Mac Hollins. You have Pop Douglas. All of those guys are there to take pressure off of your number one now.
Yeah, for sure.
So if they're doubling AJ, you've got one of those guys streaking down the field wide open. And we saw last season with no real wide receiver help, Kayshon Boutte was doing that anyway.
Right.
So hopefully they keep him. I know they don't want to pay him, but I'm not throwing the Guardian cap every single game. Love you, Romeo. Wish you would have came to the Rams and been our number 3. But yeah, that Guardian cap is crazy, brother. It's huge.
Yeah. I mean, my only note on that is it's going to be interesting. Also, can we just talk about how quickly that Seattle win went out the window? And maybe I'm just a hater, because Sam, don't love him.
Are we cussing on this podcast? Because I got a lot of cuss words to say about Seattle.
We don't have to say them in the demo. Jesus.
Okay. I'm sorry.
We can get there eventually.
When we get to video, guys, I want you to know where this fandom lies, okay?
That's hilarious.
Listen, I'm not a Seattle fan at all.
Yeah.
Throw them in the trash. I feel like we got screwed last season, and I'm going to let it go because the season's over and there's nothing we can do. But that phantom call on the goal line, that rule that the ball gets picked up and all of a sudden it's a touchdown, and we've never seen that before. That was crazy. And that was the reason why we weren't the number 1 seed. Had we not lost that game, we would have been the number 1 seed. We would not have had to go through that gauntlet of teams.
Yeah.
And I'm getting off on a diatribe here, but It just irritates me. I do not like Seattle. They will not be back. The team is old. They got lucky and got where they were.
I mean, they kind of already blew it up a little bit.
They had no choice. They didn't have a plan for this team.
Yeah.
The owners
they won
are
on
talking
accident.
Yeah, and they're talking about selling the team.
Yeah.
I mean, it's terrible. Terrible football going on.
It's okay, babe. Woosah.
Whatever.
Let me transition us into the Giants.
Please.
Woo! Not that that's any better. That locker room is in shambles.
What is John doing?
I mean, first of all, let's start with Cam Scatavo backflipping at Brian Burns' celebrity softball game. In addition to that, at the same softball game, you have, what's his name? Receiver. I'm blanking on him. Their star receiver that just got hurt.
Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, Malik Neighbors. You've got him limping around the bases, and he just had a second surgery to quote, quote, clear out scar tissue. It's terrible. It's looking real ugly out there.
Yeah, well, they had 3 guys this offseason tear their ACL.
Mm-hmm.
One a defensive lineman, one their punt returner, and the other guy I cannot remember off the top of my head. But the point is, this turf has been an issue.
Yeah.
Nobody's addressing the turf. They're having to keep signing people.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they signed all these receivers. They just brought in Juju and Odell Beckham Jr.
Come on, Odell.
Is it 2015? Is it 2012?
Juju on that beat?
No.
Juju.
Turn the beat off. This is about to be a circus. Cue the music. Because it's just crazy to me. John has got there. First of all, he demands that he makes all the football decisions.
Yep.
They pay him a boatload of money. You got Jackson Dart off the field was like, you know what? I'm about to vow my respects and my allegiance. Can we get to OTA?
No.
Can we try to focus on football just for one off season?
And you've got his teammate, Abdul Carter, on X, formerly known as Twitter, saying...
Who can't even decide what jersey number he want to wear.
Jesus bless him.
He came in at 51. Then he said he was going to be number 11. Then he called and asked LT for his number. LT said no. Now he number 3. They finna give that to Odell. What are we doing?
Woo.
And he don't even work out. We look the same. We look the same. And I work at home. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this Giants team. This is a circus for real.
Absolutely.
A team that seemed like a no-brainer for a head coach to walk into, and you've got all this young talent, and all you got to do is put it out there on the field and get a good program going.
Yep.
And it has just been a circus since John was hired.
Mm-hmm.
And it just tells me what I kind of already knew. Concussion boy ain't getting it done at quarterback. Neither is concussion boy and broken ankle at running back.
Boy, that ankle is hanging off.
It's not coming back on.
Woof.
So we finna have Odell out there playing running back.
Ooh.
Juju gonna be playing tight end because he don't run.
I almost spit my water out.
And, you know, so they traded Dexter Lawrence. They turned around and signed DJ Reader, I believe. I ain't seen that man since he was in Cincinnati. I forgot he had played for the Lions. Anyway, they signed him at D tackle. Then they brought in Shelby Harris, who's 37. Okay, he's 34, but he's
It's
old.
all the same.
He's old. And no disrespect, Shelby. Shout out to you and DJ.
Yeah.
Wrap it up. Okay? You're taking time away from young guys. You know, this team, and now they don't want to trade Kayvon after they said they was going to trade him all off season.
Yep.
This is a mess. And who's the linebacker that they drafted? Because they basically drafted, was it Arvell Reese?
Mm-hmm.
Arvell Reese. So this is how it looks right now. They said, forget the D tackle spot.
Yeah.
We got 4 linebackers: Brian Burns, Abdul Carter, who don't work out, Kayvon Thibodeau, and Arvell Reese is about to be our 4 pass rushers defensively. We have no big man.
Yeah.
Then they signed DJ Reader, and that was supposed to be a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll be in there to stop the run, and then they're going to go back to 4 linebackers.
You know who else they signed to a 3-year deal?
Who's that?
Tremaine Edmonds.
Oh, yeah. Crazy. That was sick.
Yeah.
And then the only signing I really liked for them, because that's my guy, their tight end, came from the Ravens. I'm blanking on his name. Backed up Mark Andrews for years. Isaiah Likely.
Mm-hmm.
Weird-ass number that you chose, brother.
I was really looking forward to how he would be with the Ravens, and then it was kind of like John just put him on the burner, and we never really saw him again. I know he got hurt, but
John is an evil, evil man.
And then he tried to make the Giants the Ravens. Ravens
Yes,
2.0.
He brought everybody from the Ravens over.
Mm-hmm.
And he set the Ravens up. I will give it to him, because why did you re-sign Mark Andrews? That made me throw up a little bit. Yeah, this team is a mess. I don't know what's going on with this team. Malik looks disturbed.
Yeah.
Because he had a quote on a podcast recently about the choices that they were making during the draft.
Yeah. He didn't know what the direction of the team was. He was just as confused as we were.
Hey, us neither, Malik. Hey, come on to the Rams, though.
All right.
Listen, let me tell you something. Puka, count your days. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Malik doesn't even have a stable knee right now.
You
You
know
talking
what?
about count your days.
But he ain't biting people. That's what I do know. I love you, Puka.
Bless him.
Stop biting people and go get some real help.
He's in rehab.
He came out of rehab and said he wanted his money. Now, did you finish the rehab or do you want your money?
No, but
what's the answer?
did you see? He said, "I feel so much better."
I bet you do. I bet you felt that $50 million slipping away.
Was in that rehab, wasting them folks' money.
That boy, he got concussed a little too much. Matt, give him a break this year. We need to find a new target.
Well, stop throwing them balls up the middle.
That's the only place he run. Anyways,
Bless it.
shout out to the Giants.
Oh.
Shout out to the Browns, Rams. Shout out to the Pats and Eagles, I guess.
Shout outs is crazy.
Shout outs for making our day today, because a lot of news on this NBA primed part of the season. A lot of news from the NFL today. So
yeah,
when I saw that trade, I didn't know what was going on. I thought I had lost my mind.
No.
I had 3 homeboys text me today about that trade, and I ain't talked to them in weeks.
He's talking Rams Browns, by the way, guys. He can't believe this is his life.
Love it.
Last thing before we switch to the NBA, we have a note on here to talk about my Vikings, and
I didn't want to leave them out.
if you just heard like the instant disappointment that entered my voice, I don't know what's going on. We've got a maniac at defensive coordinator in Brian Flores, who's currently suing the NFL for discrimination. And I'm with him. You know what I'm saying? He's got the right. I'm hoping he gets his money. I'm hoping he feels vindicated and that all works out. However, we let half of the defense walk. So don't really know what's happening there. Second of all, fired our GM. Wish they would have took the head coach with him. I'm just saying. I know there's some KOC warriors out there.
Get off the KOC.
But if it was up to me, I would have fired him 2 years ago. And that's just the truth. He's a glorified offensive coordinator. So let's go with that.
I almost spit my water out.
Justin Jefferson, generational talent. And we are wasting his prime. I had to watch him catch the ball that was thrown by Joshua Dobbs and Nick Mullins. Okay? All right? We had this phantom year last year with Sam Darnold. Well, the year before. That everyone was like, oh my God, they look so great. Me, I never once believed it. Got to the playoffs and lost to that same Giants team that we were just talking about right now. Actually, we lost to the Rams. That was the year before. That was actually when Bryce and I met, so shout out to that. Yeah. Anyway, we're just in a terrible position. I'm not going to lie to you. All of our money is tied up in our offensive line that can't even stay healthy.
I ain't seen them.
Christian Darrisaw, please. I could block the quarterback, protect him better than you can. I don't really understand what's happening. You're never out there. Brian O'Neill, wrap it up. You know,
security.
we're just paying all these people money for nothing. Then you got these two goofies fighting for the quarterback position.
Hey, you ain't even seen Kyler out there.
All right, Kyler, I'm rooting for you. But I saw one clip of him having to load up on that back foot to throw the ball about 30 yards. And I had enough.
When has he ever not had to load up on that back foot?
Blessed. He's 2 feet tall, so I understand. JJ McCarthy, Baby Yoda.
Listen. Let me give a disclaimer.
Yep, go ahead.
I'm a big Michigan man. Everybody knows this about me. We do not claim, nor do we promote JJ.
Oh, please.
Having ever touched the football for us.
You're saying that now, but when we drafted him, you were like, oh, yeah, I got to root for you guys because he's a Michigan man.
To be fair, we won that ring because of Blake Corum and the defense.
Shout out, Blake.
Big Blake, hey, glad you came to LA, baby. I hope you get a chance to step up this year because Kyron keeps dropping the ball.
All right, we moved off of y'all.
But anyways, yeah, I'm sorry about JJ. I was really hopeful for him, but the way he's acting, brother, grow up, okay? You got one man trying to be a grown man in the quarterback room, and the other one is being a child.
Because he is a child.
Because he wants to be QB1 so bad.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, real bad. They say he comes in, shakes everybody's hand. Everybody's like, who's this guy? Is he the janitor?
Stop.
Who is calling him 9?
He calls himself that. That's his alter ego.
Also,
respect 9.
I'm sorry, guys. I get off on a lot of points. Eric Weddle, let me tell you something, brother. You attack my quarterback one more time, you leave Bryce Underwood alone.
Oh, my God.
He's going to be a guy. I'm sorry. Back to the
That was ridiculous.
We were talking about Michigan, and I needed to say it because we were going to leave football soon.
Yeah, we were.
But anyway, I'm hopeful for you guys. I hope Dallas Turner can take a step forward.
We'll see.
I hope Ivan Pace can show that he deserves to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a lot of hope for the secondary.
When have we ever had a good secondary?
But
we haven't been good back there since roads were closed. Shout out to Xavier Rhodes.
Isaiah was balling last year. Isaiah Rodgers.
Stop.
Mr. Rogers.
All he had was knockdowns
and
or
fumbles. People
were catching 30-yard passes on the top of his head. Bless us.
Hey, I got James Pierre.
Okay. So, shout out to my Vikes fans.
What about Harrison?
I would love for Harrison to come back. If you take that vet min, we could rock out all day, brother. Anyway, shout out to my Vikings fans. We just are constantly miserable. We're never bad enough to get top picks. We're never good enough to do anything in the playoffs. We just live in this constant state of mid. And, I want better for us. So, let's hope Lil Kyler can make it work.
Kyler is crazy.
And we'll see.
Do you want to respect him or not?
I do. I want him to be great. We need greatness. All right? Anyway, that's enough on the NFL. There's so much NBA stuff going on we need to get into.
Yes, we do.
So the finals.
Yes.
We got Knicks Spurs. Had a long journey to get here. I mean,
I needed a drink after that last series.
The last, month or so, the Knicks have looked unbeatable. They've looked fantastic. Cat's finally coming into his own. OG looking good.
Yeah.
Jalen still carrying.
Yeah, I think the Knicks are an interesting story.
Mm-hmm.
The Knicks are like, yeah, I see it. But then it's like, nah.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I like their team. I don't know if they have enough to beat Wemby and the Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think the only thing that works in their favor is chemistry.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of chemistry. The only thing they don't have chemistry at the position is head coach.
Mm-hmm.
But this team has been together. Most of these guys have been together for multiple years. A couple of these guys have only been there 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy Sohan, shout out to you, brother. You getting you a ring
He's ranked
either
up
way.
regardless.
Good for you, man. You're going to be a nice hot commodity at a vet minimum next year.
Child, please. That hair about to fall out, all that dye.
Wow. Shout out to you and Kelly Oubre for keeping that going.
Period.
Yeah, the Knicks are interesting. Let me rewind for a second and say, in the first round, I believe, the Knicks were slated to be out.
Yeah.
And they got scared a little bit by the 76ers.
Mm-hmm.
That feels like that was so long ago.
It really feels like decades ago.
They were talking about firing Mike Brown.
Yep.
After his first season.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something, Mike Brown. You are a man, okay? You are staying at it.
Did you see where he basically said they were asking him what's the difference between how they've been playing now and in the regular season and early in the playoffs? And he said, we basically just stumbled upon this.
Oh my gosh. Mike,
Good for you,
listen,
Mike.
I don't know who you know, Mike, but get me in touch with whoever you know.
No, for real.
You started your career with LeBron
Mm-hmm.
as a head coach, and really you started your career with the Spurs as an assistant,
Mm-hmm.
and you just kept falling into great jobs.
Yep.
So there's something to be said here by a third party team, the Kings. Let me take a second to say, Kings, call me if you need a GM because you're not making good decisions.
No.
3 of the guys that you had on this team, Tyrese Halliburton, took the Pacers to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
De'Aaron Fox is a leading vet voice for the Spurs in the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Mike Brown coached that team to light the beam.
Mm-hmm.
And all these guys have made it to the finals.
Yeah.
We're getting our first 2 black head coach final. I mean, officially, I think we've had it before. It's been a while.
Jason Kidd was in there, wasn't he? Is Jason Kidd black?
I don't really like the, I don't know,
Speak the truth.
Hey, listen, hey, this podcast, I just want y'all to know, we're going to keep it like it is, okay? Jason, you got to leave the community after you was doing all that with your old lady. I'm sorry.
No, for real.
We not going for that, brother.
Mm-mm.
Get your life together. It look like you ain't coaching this year, so take some time and figure it out.
Mm.
But, yeah, I think, first of all, Mitch, I hope you ain't whispering in nobody's ear. You got a deep voice. I mean, it sounds like a train just blowing its horn.
All right.
Just going down the street. You need to drink some water, Mitch.
Okay.
But I'm happy for you. Your substitutions, boy.
Absolutely terrible.
Terrible. You backed your way into this one, bro.
Absolutely.
You better coach your tail off for this because I don't know if you're going back the way you were subbing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let me see Luke Cornett for a long period of time this year.
Shout out to Luke Cornett, chase down block. Did you see he said his was more important than LeBron's?
Huh?
I agree with it.
He said that?
He said it.
Out his mouth.
He was joking.
Oh.
But I'm with him.
They said that was worth $41 million.
That alone, because that's all he did in that series.
I'm kind of all over the place. I'm sorry. We were on the Knicks part.
Then you got on Evil Ty Lue.
Let's go for matchup here, okay? Matchup for matchup. So obviously we got Wemby down at the center up against Cat.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a lot of funny memes.
Yes, it is.
Cat, please be you, brother. Please be you.
Are they bringing Mitchell Robinson off the bench?
Yeah, Mitch has been coming off the bench.
Broken pinky?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
He's been coming off the bench all season.
Mm-hmm.
They started with a big lineup at the start of the year, but Cat don't like playing the foe.
Right.
Big foe.
Mm-hmm. Shout out Big Foe.
Shout out Big Foe. You lost, big dog. You breaking my heart.
We'll get to that.
At the 4, we got Josh Hart matched up with Julian Champagnie.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a dog fight. Josh going to make you work for them threes, Julian, so I hope you got
Absolutely.
something else going on.
Julian is also really aggressive on defense, picks up a lot of ticky-tack fouls, so that'll be interesting.
This is where it starts getting interesting because at the 2 and the 3, we got 2 defensive menaces in Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. OG would be matched up with Devin Vassell. I'm guessing they're going to shift some of this around. My guess would be that OG is going to be on Wemby.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what the Thunder did when J-Dub was healthy.
Mm-hmm.
They had J-Dub and Alex Caruso on Wemby, which it worked because he wasn't getting the ball.
Yeah.
They basically were going with ball denial, and that worked.
And physicality.
Yeah. Now, Cat is not going to be fouling as much as Isaiah Hartenstein. I don't think he'll be grabbing on Wemby.
I don't agree with that.
Really?
I think Cat gets himself in trouble a lot. He gets himself in bad situations, and then he ends up fouling. Mm-hmm. And they can't have that. I mean, they need his offensive production. So he probably won't be on Wemby.
No, he won't be, but I'm saying if they get if they start moving around and you get a quote-unquote mismatch, the mismatch is more Wemby on Cat than it is Wemby on OG.
Right.
Even Mikal with his long arms, he's probably going to stop ball. Mm-hmm. And you've got Mikal on Stephon Castle, and then De'Aaron and Jalen. So I hope De'Aaron comes to play. Yeah. Because that matchup is his offensively.
You think so?
Jalen ain't holding no defense on De'Aaron.
Yeah.
And
De'Aaron's got that speed.
If it's me, I'm hunting Cat.
Yeah. Because
I want him uncomfortable.
Right.
Make Jalen beat you. Mm-hmm. Even if you put up 50, you can't block this monster. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's, boy, we got a finals in the Garden.
Yeah, we do.
Who would have thunk it? It's been a long time.
1999, same exact matchup. Spurs Knicks.
Off their bench, the key guys for the Knicks would be Mitchell Robinson, Deuce McBride, and Shamit's been getting a lot of minutes.
He has. He's been productive.
And then I guess Jeremy Sohan. I mean, the Spurs bench ain't much better because after Dylan Harper, it's literally just like Keldon Johnson, who was supposed to be Mr. Six-Man, ain't been looking very six-man-ish.
He had a good seventh game.
He did. He did lock in for those two heavy threes that he shot. He shot the ball. It was a medicine ball.
He launched it, honey.
Boy. And then after that, of course, they have Harrison Barnes and your guy, Big Luke. So,
shout out, Luke. I'm expecting a good series from you.
Yeah.
Not because you're actually going to be good, but hopefully I can just will you to being good.
Did these teams play in the regular season?
They did. They played in the Cup Championship. Knicks actually won that.
Oh, wow. That was so long ago.
Yeah.
I am, not locked in at all.
Yeah, so long ago.
So, yeah, I think that's going to be a very interesting matchup. There's really not a lot to say there. I think everybody has a lot of feelings about the previous series, which, I mean, I can tell you which way we were leaning. We were rooting for the Spurs.
Absolutely.
I think Shea is killing the game of basketball. And you know what, Shea? I hope you don't send a cease and desist. But I think it's
not
just
for the demo episode.
I think it's just terrible that, your primary focus for shooting the ball is getting free throws, and you're not ashamed of it. Like, you showed us you could hoop in Game 7.
Absolutely. It was beautiful.
Why can we not get more games of that? Why do we have to sit there and watch you be a free throw merchant? Mm-hmm. And I know that James did it in his career, but his wasn't like every single play. Mm-hmm. James still had a mean crossover and a step back that he relied on way more than getting to the free throw line. Yeah. But Shea's primary thing is to get that foul almost every play.
I mean, however, you can't blame him. Like you said, the Game 7 we watched was poetry in motion. And he wasn't really at the free throw line. He looked amazing. He can score at all three levels. But if he's being rewarded, that's just where the game is right now. I'm going to sell this little bit of contact. The ref's going to blow the whistle, and I'm going to average 12 free throw attempts. It's just where the game is. So can you blame him for that?
No, I don't blame him. And this is also coming from a Clippers fan, okay? We had Shea. We traded him for Paul George because that's what Kawhi wanted.
Number 1 on my bum list.
Kawhi, did you think that you would get us a ring? What up, Drake?
Stop.
So, I mean, to me, we let the cat out the bag. We shouldn't have done that. We obviously should have kept Shea. I mean, hindsight is 2020, but at the same time, I knew that at the time when we made the trade. As far as OKC, it's time to have an off season for once.
Yeah.
You cannot run this team back. Chet, sayonara, brother. If it was up to me, you'd be playing overseas.
He needs to go chill with the monks next.
You need to take a year off.
He about to get paid what? 40 mil.
That contract kicks in this off season.
40 big ones.
I think it's closer to 50.
Oh, bless him.
Because I think in the mock trades they had for a certain superstar, they could trade him straight up in draft capital. That
certain superstar my mom likes to call Giannis.
That sounds like a lady. Yeah, Giannis Antetokounmpo. To me, he's a perfect pickup for the Thunder.
Yeah.
I don't know what they do, but if you need a Wemby stopper and your window is open,
absolutely.
Yeah, he's gonna be hurt. Your hope is that he's healthy come playoff time, kind of like AD at this point in his career. His injuries aren't terrible. It's not like ACL or nothing. They're just nagging, and I also think a lot of that had to do with where he stood with the Bucks organization in the last couple of years. So
yeah.
I don't know. Thunder, I hate watched, and I'm still hate watching. So
for sure, the NBA is in an interesting place. I mean, we can do a whole hour-long podcast just about the NBA and where it stands currently. This offseason will be one for the books. You got the draft. You got some big names in the draft. I personally think AJ DeBonsa should go number 1. People out there have their own opinions about that. Darren Peterson, Cam Boozer, whatever you think. Yeah. You know, we've got potential LeBron watch happening. Where does Giannis go? Where does Ja Morant go? Yeah. Got all that going on. We got trade to the Wizards with crippled AD. So we'll see how that goes. A lot going on in the NBA streets.
The draft is, a month away?
It's like the end of this month, like June 23rd or something like that.
So I think maybe we will try to do a mock draft episode. We'll definitely do an NBA off-season episode. We're going to lean into that stuff and, give a more in-depth overview of how we feel things should go for each team and what we think based off of what we heard. I got some insider sources, guys.
Oh, please.
And usually I'm not too far off, right? I mean, you can ask anybody around me. Most of the stuff I say, I didn't heard from an insider source. Okay. And it happens.
Who except are for these Miles insider Garrett. Sources?
I know the people on the teams.
Oh, whew. Good for you.
Would you like to move on to the thing that you don't know a whole lot about?
Yes, I would.
Or would you like to go to the dub?
We could stay in the NBA. Before we started this episode, Bryce, aka Boogie, I will refer to him as Bryce because that's what his mama named him. He told me that Steph signed a new shoe deal, told me not to look and see who the shoe deal was with, so I'm coming into this blind. So what's the deal and who's it with?
10-year deal. Breaks the record for a shoe deal.
Okay.
I will give you a hint.
Oh,
There's
Jesus.
2 players signed to this deal, 2 prominent players. Jimmy Butler and Dwayne Wade.
Oh, Dwayne Wade's little stupid brand?
Leaning.
What?
I believe that's how it's pronounced. I apologize if that's not correct.
Don't cancel us first episode. How did that happen?
10 years, he breaks the record.
What did they pay him?
I don't know. It's not out yet. But
wow,
this just happened within the last 30 minutes. So there's not a lot of details out on what the contract was. It'll be out probably, in coming hours. But 10-year deal, man, for Steph, who is at the end of his career.
He was cooking with Under Armour, though.
He was cooking. And my guess would be is that they backed that Brinks truck all the way up.
Absolutely.
All the way.
Because you don't think Nike knocked at his door like blank check?
As many Nikes as he was wearing.
Yeah.
Pre-game. Yeah. My guess would be they told him this is your brand now. Mm-hmm. This is Steph Curry presents Li Ning.
How much of that do you think Jimmy Butler had to do with? New teammate?
I mean, Jimmy for some reason has a lot of sway.
Yeah.
So that could be, maybe he had the partnership. Like, hey, I can get you in here for $50 billion.
Lifetime contract.
Yeah. You ain't never gonna want to get in your life. I also don't know a lot of athletes that wear those shoes that have very successful careers.
Mm-mm.
I feel like those shoes, like when Dwayne Wade wore them, big D Wade fan here, guys.
Yep.
When he wore them, the shoes looked comfortable. I don't know if they helped his
They
knees.
give orthopedic.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think they were a little ortho. Because he had them bad knees. He was getting them drained every single game.
Bless him.
So they probably are better for you, maybe extending your career. I don't know how much of a basketball shoe they are.
Mm-hmm.
But good for Steph getting paid, man.
How many more years do you think Steph has in the league?
3 tops.
Really?
Yeah, I was going to say 5 initially, but 3 tops.
I was thinking 5 too. But that does seem like a long time. I might be more with you, 3 to 4.
I think it has a lot to do with how much money he's willing to take.
Yeah.
Because if you're willing to stay with the Warriors and you're willing to take a pay cut, then you can be a shooting guard on that team forever.
Right.
But if you want to keep making 60, 70 million a season, then it's going to be hard to, keep making that money as this team tries to go along. So, I don't know. We'll see. I think 3 years tops. 5 years is generous.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of depends on where he wants to leave his legacy on the game. He's got 4 rings. He leads in the 3-point category and percentage.
Mm-hmm.
And I think attempts at this point. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Shout out Steph for that bread.
Yeah.
Give me some.
Let me get a couple dollars.
Boy.
Okay. Moving on to the dub, which is my favorite league.
Big dub.
The WNBA. As a new watcher, Bryce, I want to start with you. Tell me what you've been seeing so far this season. I'll go off into my rant, but tell me what you're seeing.
Well, for a little background, I got locked in last season. Was I at the start of the season, or was it like a little bit?
You joined pretty much at the start, yeah.
Yeah. So it was a lot going on for me, but I was like, wow, this is a lot. This is way better than I could have anticipated.
Mm-hmm.
To me, almost sometimes the dub gives the NBA a run for its money.
I agree.
Because those games, boy, they're close. It's a lot more competitive.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say this season right now, everybody looks kind of meh. I'm not going to go too deep into the big name that plays in Indiana because I don't want to upset anybody, but at the end of the day, we all know how I feel about that situation. I'm not leaning towards it being a great one. Mm-hmm. So I will say initially I thought that they were looking the best. As time has went on slowly, they have fallen apart. And there's some outliers there with that certain superstar's game. And let me just say, I'm not going to say the name just simply because I don't want to give it any encouragement. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm over it. I'm sick of the experiment with her and her game. So Paige is who y'all thought she was going to be.
This is hot.
And let me tell you something. It's time to wrap that up in Indiana. Also, the greatest to ever do it in the dub. She's a walking bucket, a walking double-double, defensive menace. Miss 22, Miss Asia Wilson, Mr. Bam Wilson. You would want to get in line and take her last name because that 83 ain't got nothing on them 4 chips. And she about to get her a 5th one if this team can get their act together.
Calm down.
But, yeah, I would say, excuse me, that Minnesota has surprised me a lot this season. Mm-hmm. I was on the record talking to Mara the other day about how I just didn't think with the offseason that they had and the injuries that they're dealing with that they would be doing so well. But Olivia Miles has came in and been exactly what they needed.
Yeah.
She's been steadying the ship there. Dallas, man, you guys are hooping.
Mm-hmm.
Paige is playing with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, she is.
A lot of confidence. She knows where her spots are now, and she's not just missed pass first like she was last season.
Or in college.
Right. And I think it helps having a head coach that puts you in great spots, but I also feel like that confidence is just there because the roster is so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Arike, is going to shoot it. Of course, it helps to have your girl next to you, AZ, who I'm not high on, but do your thing, AZ, and then you got those two foul baiters and deviants down low. And,
deviants is crazy.
and Alana and Jessica. But they're hooping, man. And moving on to Phoenix, blow it up. AT, come to Las Vegas.
No.
Maybe just come hang out on the bench.
Come hang out with me.
No, don't hang out with me. You too strong.
Come sit right here.
You too strong. You need to go sit them torn labrums down.
Bless him.
Portland, welcome to the league. You guys are just having fun. I'm not gonna get to every name because I just don't remember every name off the top of my head. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, what stands out for me is there's some backsliding by some of the top teams. Some of the teams I thought would be really good, like Chicago, they're dealing with injuries early. LA, I thought they'd be a little bit better than what they are. But, I mean, Kelsey Plum is being Kelsey Plum. Yeah. And that team is being the Sparks that they've always been. So, what about you? I mean, how do you feel? I didn't touch on your aces because that's all you.
Whew. There's a lot. I agree with you. Minnesota being at the top of the standings, tied with Atlanta, which you didn't touch on, but I'll get to them in a second. I did not touch
on Atlanta. I'm so sorry.
They're tied 1-2. They've actually beat each other. One of their two losses for each of them is the other person. The Dream's other loss is the Aces, and then the Lynx lost to the Sky, but that was before Rakia went down. The Dub is in an interesting spot this year. Like you said, Olivia Miles is developing a lot sooner than I think people thought she would. She had great IQ in college. We've seen it at Notre Dame. We've seen it at TCU. So I'm not surprised to see her doing well. But to just hand her over the keys, be the starting point guard, move Courtney back to her rightful position as the 2 guard.
Yes.
No fee. You lost Atlanta. You lost Jessica.
Yes.
For them to be number 1, I mean, we are only 8 games into the season, but it's big, So shout out to Minnesota. Cheryl is Cheryl. Great coach, so I'm not surprised that they're clicking. Atlanta, they're number 2 in the standings. However, it's been clunky.
Yes, it has.
The wins have been weird. They've been like last second wins. I think you've got people still confused on what their roles are. The addition of Angel Reese in the offseason, it looks great on paper. Just haven't quite figured that out yet.
Yeah.
You've got your 2 stars, Leash and Ryan Howard, they're shoot first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just trying to figure out where everyone is going to get involved there. Nas Hillman, she's still a little confused. And Bree Jones is coming back from injury. She'll be coming off the bench in favor of Angel. So I don't know. They've got a lot to work out there. Carl Smesko, you've got all the pieces. Will you be able to put it together? I don't know. So we'll see. With Dallas, I agree with you. They're hooping. I think AZ will be fine. I think she'll be a role player. I don't think she'll be a star, but I think she'll be a really good role player. I like their bench depth. Odyssey Sims, Zaza, Isaiah James. They've got some great guards down there. And, they took both of the Lynx bigs, Alana and Jessica, which, don't get me started on Alana. She robbed Asia of being the flat-out Defensive Player of the Year last year. No way they should have been co-Defensive Player of the Year. Get out of here. But Dallas is hooping. I love Paige. I love Arike. Love Zaza, so they're a fun watch. The Liberty, Big Stu, I don't know Stewie.
Stu, put that leg brace back on.
I don't know Stewie. She hasn't had a bad start to the season, but everybody else has looked rough. The Liberty are currently sitting at 8th in the standings. They're behind both of the new expansion teams, Toronto and Portland. So,
may I just say for a second?
Yeah.
Satu, hey. It's time to get TF ASAP. Okay.
Leave Satu and her red lipstick alone.
I've had enough. Okay. I want you to ask for a trade.
You want her to ask for a trade?
Yeah, because you wasting everybody's time over there in New York.
That's crazy.
First of all, who is y'all's head coach? What is going on there? Is that Kevin Love? I don't understand.
Gosh.
But he don't look like he knows what's going on either.
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay. I mean, they did lose Sandy, who was their longtime head coach. She's in Toronto now, so they've got a bit of an identity crisis going on.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm never just rooting for the Liberty. I love me some Stewie, but them not doing well don't bother me none. The Sparks, you know, you'll get a 34-point game here and there from Kelsey. De'Erica still sucks. I'm sorry, De'Erica, but that's the truth. The yawning is crazy. You know, Nneka came back. Nneka came back home from Seattle. She went back to the Sparks and, you know, thought her contributions would be a little bit more loud so far, but she's also been a little injured. So, Phoenix, they might be the last team I touch on before I get to the Aces. I don't even know what to say. Nate just standing there doing a bunch of nothing.
Shout out Big Nate.
Because he's not coaching.
Nate Tibbetts, man. Remember you in the NBA.
Alyssa, you know, AT is AT. She's doing what she does. She's getting her assists. She's getting her rebounds. The one who I'm really needing to show me something is Ka. I love me some Kalea Copper. And I haven't seen much this year, and I really need that out of her. And when your big three is AT, Kalea Copper, and DeWanna Bonner, I mean, you know, it's getting a little rough.
How would you feel about Ka being on that team? Maybe for Jewel.
There's not enough ball to go around. I mean, Jackie and Chelsea alone are going to dribble the air out of that ball. Okay? And then you got Ka wanting to be baby Kyrie. I just don't have time for that. Also, shout out to Rukia. She was balling for that injury. So, wish her.
Hey.
Nope.
Listen, let me tell you something. Don't let that boy in that house while you recover.
All right.
Because you done already let him off the hook. James, she ain't going to say it, but I'm going to say it.
Oh,
you
Jesus.
need to get on. Get on.
No, for real.
And you need to go to rehab with Puka.
The Aces, you'll come to learn we're a big Aces South Carolina household.
Stressful times.
Whew, that Aces team, Lord Jesus. No formal GM. You know, Becky's calling all the shots around there. Huh?
What you talking about? Big Bex?
Enough. Big Bex runs everything around there, unfortunately. We just paid Jewel a heck ton of money, $800,000, which is just right below the new max, for nothing. She absolutely does nothing. She comes off the bench and will hit a 3 or 2, and that's literally it. In her big fat shorts that go all the way down to her ankle. I've had enough. Jackie, she started the season really rough. I heard she was going through a lot of personal things. So, well wishes to her. But she looked great in their last game, so I'm hoping that's the start of a return for Jackie. Chelsea, point guard, big stud, but I just need her to get it together.
It's okay to go home.
Stop.
It's okay.
Because she has her moments. You know what I'm saying? She steadies the ship. She makes sure everything is in order. But man, is it rough sometimes. Man, is it rough.
Nice little trick pass takes you out the game every blue moon.
Shout out to Nalissa. Because we don't win that championship last year without Nalissa. And we don't have the start that we've had so far, although it's been a ridiculous start. We don't have the number of wins that we have, which is 5, without Nalissa. She has been hooping.
She had a nice little hezzy mid-fader
last
game. I was like, okay, bag.
Yeah.
She was getting her bag, bro.
Okay. Bag is expanding. Shout out to Liz. In those A2s, by the way. They look great on the court. Mm-hmm. That brings us to Mrs. A2, Mrs. A1 herself, 4-time MVP.
You forgot somebody.
Kennedy, I'll get to it. Asia, my girl, we've had a little rough start. You know what I'm saying? And there's a number of things that are contributing to that. You've got Big Bex deciding that she doesn't have to run any sort of plays for you. She wants you to get it out of the mud. Struggle for those 24, okay? That's what she wants you to do. And it's been a struggle for a few of these games. But last game, you looked great. The effort was there. The rebounding was there. Blocks. You were going to the rack. The midi wasn't falling, so you started going to the cup. Those started falling. The midi started coming down, you know? Looked great. You had a great last game. Hoping we can keep that going. The pick and roll with Jackie was on and popping last game. That's what we need more of. That's the best connection in the league, in my opinion. Miss Kennedy Carter. Throw that phone out the window, okay? If I see one more tweet, Instagram post about you being on a leash and beefing with AZ Fuds fans, she's a rookie, sister, okay? We all know how talented you are. We all know you're the best downhill scorer in the league. We know it, okay? You've bounced around from team to team and been out of the league because of that attitude.
And the equipment. It's a lot of equipment, Kennedy. Maybe take off some of them sleeves and you don't have so many issues shooting the ball.
Oh,
you're
my
kind of
gosh.
slippery out there.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Anyways, you just got to get it together. You are with the Las Vegas Aces, okay? The standard is the standard is the standard, okay? You got to come in. You got to be ready. Nobody's bigger than the program there. And Big Bex will show you that if you continue to act out.
Except for Asia.
Except for Asia.
Asia is the program.
Yeah, she is the program. They would give her anything, all right?
Bam, leave her alone. You're distracting her. You're messing up the program. You can't be in the program, Bam.
He's in the program.
He wants to be
He's
so
in
bad.
all the videos, all the
Get
pictures.
off of her.
Anyway, shout out to my Las Vegas Aces. Let's go back to back. So the Dove is in an interesting spot. We've got teams that are all over the place. Those two expansion teams I mentioned, Toronto and Portland, they hooping, for the hodgepodge teams they put together. Yeah. You got Marina out there hooping. Megan Gustafson. Shout out Megan and Pancake.
Megan was up there crying because y'all never gave her a chance.
She been hooping. Shout out to her.
And my girl Marina go hoop.
Yeah, and talk trash.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Money Mabry. I'm excited for this W season.
Marina, if you want to come on the podcast, come holler at us. Hit our Gmail.
One other team, before we get off the Dub, Seattle. They've got a lot of firepower sitting on their bench. They've got Ezzy Maglador, Femi Fagbenwe, and Dominique Malunga all sitting on their bench. Yeah. Fantastic players. They also drafted Flau'jae Johnson in the draft this year. They have Zaya Cook over there. They have one half of the Stud Buds and Atisha Heidemann. They've got some talent. I'll be interested to see what they look like. All right.
Take Atisha off the list.
All right.
She got that ball snatched and started crying.
Sorry, Stud Bud. You got to go. But they've got a lot of talent sitting over there. I'll be interested to see what that looks like. New head coach Noelle Quinn is out. So, yeah. Good season, I think.
I like Seattle. I feel like in a year or two, they're going to be something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what. I don't know what their identity will be, but they've got a lot of talent. Yeah. Sure.
Yep.
Haley, keep plugging away at it, bro. It's almost over.
She's back with the sun. They keep waving her and bringing her back.
You might as well go sign with the Magic and go try to make up with Suggs. Stop. It's about to be over with, girl. You can keep changing your hair and your look all you want, but it's not helping. You need to slide them feet.
Slide them puppies, in the words of Kendrick Perkins. All right. We've been going and going.
Yeah.
But I think we want to wrap it up with a quick little tennis recap.
Little tennis. You guys, hey, if you don't watch tennis, this is your time.
Turn it off.
Thanks for coming. We're glad to have you. I just got into tennis this year. I would say watch it with somebody that cares about it. Yeah. You will get locked in a little bit there.
Absolutely.
Because there's a video of me yelling in a separate room that we will never speak of again. Big Foe. Let me tell you something.
Shout out Big Foe. He just had AJ DeBonson in the crowd watching him lose.
Retire that headband and all the accessories. Go sit down. Because you're not going to keep pissing me off. It's only been 1 year and I'm sick of you.
So we're in the second major of the year. Roland Garros or the French Open. It is claiming everybody. Okay. On the men's and women's side, Carlos Alcaraz, which if you don't know, he's the number 2 men's tennis player in the world. He was out this major with an injury, but everybody else was in. And when I tell you them boys done got picked off, they done got picked off, honey. Yannick, Novak Djokovic, which if you know, you know, arguably the GOAT. Big Foe, as he just mentioned, lost. Taylor Fritz, Ben Shelton, all the big Americans got sniped out of here, okay? For the first time in this tournament, on both the men's and women's side, we'll have a champion that's never won Roland Garros before. On the women's side, you still do have number 1, Ariana Sabalenka. She had a tough matchup with Naomi Osaka today. Wish Naomi could have pulled that one out. But other than Ariana, I mean, everyone's lost. Rabaka, the number 2. Iga, number 3. Coco, number 4. It's been ugly. Jess Paglia lost first round. Maddie Keys lost. Boy. It's been going down.
Naomi, great drip. You went out on your sword.
Fantastic, girl. Sister.
And you keep hosting them black-only parties. I don't care what they say.
Period.
They don't need to be invited. Y'all go to y'all conventions where that orange man is happening. All right. Okay.
We just ventured off.
I'm sorry. That's going to happen a lot, guys. Just lock in. Yeah. It's going to be fun. Absolutely. Great ride. Yeah.
Serena.
Yes. Welcome back, Serena.
Welcome back, Serena.
Double it up, girl.
She said she's just starting with a little 1,000-ranked tournament, Queen of the Court doubles. But we know that's not it. She's not coming back just to play doubles. Yeah. She'll be back at the U.S. Open. They've already said ticket prices have tripled or quadrupled one of those. And that's her home turf. Yeah. So she'll be there ready to rock out.
Now, let me say this also. Venus, don't you bring your ass out there.
She came back for the benefits.
You need to not come back again. You need to uncome back. Ooh, because Venus, it looks like it hurts.
It do.
Respectfully. Also, let me just say, having it being my first year of really like locking into tennis, there's a lot going on.
A lot.
Okay. This heat has not been forgiving. No. And I just wanted to take a second to touch on the fact that it is so important if you're going to play sports. This is the coach in me coming out. You have got to be ready to go in all climates. You have got to be conditioned. This heat should not be taking out some of these top guys the way that it is, and ladies also. So it just goes to show you conditioning is number 1 no matter what you're doing. Yeah. And, to see it take out so many people with top billing.
Yannick Sinner, Novak Djokovic.
It's crazy.
Madison Keys, she got bageled in that last set. She was exhausted. Yeah. Nothing left to give.
Yeah, I mean, there's no excuse for this. So, I know it's hot, but I'm telling you, man, if you can, sometimes it's literally just a war of nutrition. And if you can withstand that battle, no matter what sports you're in, you can make it. Yeah. So, that's kind of what we're seeing here. Nobody can withstand, but these young guys, they're hanging around.
They are.
Ariana, I don't know how much longer you got in you before you crash out. So, we'll see if you can make it to the end, but.
Yeah. Well, I'd say that was a great one.
Shout out to Big Ten.
Big Ten?
Tennis.
Oh, bye. I was like, Big Foe, you mean? Anyway, great first episode of Cover Together. As you see, we are going to cover it all. Once again, except for golf and hockey. That ain't for us, okay? You could probably find somebody else to cover that, but won't be for us.
Yeah, spin and watch that yourself.
Absolutely. We'll even get into a little bit of baseball here and there, but a little bit. Thank you all for joining. We went a little long today. We're at about an hour and 15. We'll probably try to keep them closer to an hour, but it's a great time. Yeah. I'm excited to build and keep this going.
Thanks for having us in your living rooms and in your ears.
Period.
And, well wishes to everybody. And thanks for joining us, man. We'll be back with another one very soon.
Thanks, guys. Peace.
Peace.